Welcome back to another day of living in the new house. It's been another day off yesterday because we went out with Aaron and Jack on whatever evening it was and whatever night it was. And Aaron had plague number 964, which unfortunately passed on to Elizabeth. So yesterday we spent just chilling out, looking after her, making sure that she was getting back on the mend. She's feeling a bit better today. Thankfully, my toughened British immune system, none of these weak Canadian immune systems was able to withstand whatever plague it was that Aaron had. So I am back in action and ready to do some work. Semi-feeling refreshed, but I'm in that stage where I've stopped. The energy's gone out, the momentum stopped, and I need to get going again. Which is where the vlog comes in handy because it incites me to keep going on a small action every single day. I have actually taken the time to catch up on editing some of the vlogs as well, so we are a little bit ahead now, which is good. So should be no running around every evening trying to make sure we've got a vlog ready to go for tonight. So I am going to get started with some work, and the first job we're going to be getting on with is open plan ceiling. Yay! We're going to be getting rid of that because we had snow this morning. There may or may not be a quick clip here depending on what other info I had inside of that clip. By snow, it's by no means by Canadian standards, but it was snow nonetheless, and in November for the UK it was quite strange for this time of year. I do find it a little bit odd because I don't know whether it's just me looking back with like a memory at my childhood or anything else like that, but I seem to remember it snowing a lot more in the UK than it ever used to. Obviously global warming is a thing, and it's been quite a few years since we've had any meaningful snow. So the fact that snow in November is a sign that we may potentially have some more snow to go. Watch it be like 30 degrees in the middle of January now. So, but anyway, we're going to get on with chopping that piece of plasterboard up. I have just messaged James as well because we have the immersion switch and the light switch here, and I would like to get this section boarded as well, ideally. Hoping he can respond and let me know which breaker it was that will isolate those because none of them are labelled, and he did tell me and I've forgotten. So I can't remember those. So let's crack on with getting that piece of plasterboard chopped and getting that hole in the ceiling fixed to stop some of the cold air coming into the house. Well, we got it in place temporarily, but it wasn't quite fitting just right, so there was a bit too much of a gap in this corner. Thankfully, I cut it long enough that it was sitting on top of this board up here, which given us enough room just to do a bit of fettling. So fettling is complete, but I need Elizabeth's extra set of hands, so she's just having a quick cup of tea, which means I'm going to get on with a few more jobs in the background while she's having to sit down and a quick rest. So we are going to go for ripping off the architrave around the rest of this door frame here. I've realised that what I probably need to do is actually take this door frame out in advance because we're going to be replacing that at some point anyway. If I try and do that after I've plastered, I'm going to end up damaging the plaster, so it's best it comes out all to start with. One other thing I did realise as well is we haven't really got much in the way of stuff to mount things up here. Now I've decided I'm going to risk it. We're going to mount that board up anyway. And if I have to put something in, like probably some noggins between these beams which are holding the hot water tank platform downwards, just to fix that end of the plasterboard, then that's probably the best way to go about it. But I should be able to just do that from the other side, fingers crossed. But we're going to risk it anyway. So let's go on with getting this architrave off. gosh, we have a roof. Elizabeth was a big, strong girl. I managed to get all the screws in while I was holding it up. And yeah, we now no longer have what you would call it, roof up to the eaves. I mean, some would consider that luxury, but in our place, it's not so much. It is in, thankfully, not too many big holes anywhere. The only thing that is going to prove problematic is if I put you guys there, hopefully what you may be able to see is there's like a, I don't know whether either this one's dropped or whether this one's bowed upwards, but either way, the eaves we've mounted that onto aren't the same height. So there is a bit of a bow in the plasterboard there, so we are going to have to make up quite a lot of plaster in that area there. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to the favourite job of plastering roofs. But that is that job all done. We took a bit of a pause there to watch Starship Flight 6 rocket go up. I haven't actually watched to see if the Starship has come back in yet, so we'll see if that goes up in a ball of flames, because I know they've been moving some of the heat shielding around. But it is forward progress, this is testing. Being from an engineering environment, I'm very familiar with things breaking intentionally, or not intentionally, or at least making some learning from them as well. So at least they're forward progressing with that, which is really, really good. I've also just been down now and just cleaned out all the mess we made in the bath, so at least I can have a bath before we go to work tomorrow. But other than that, it's going to be a relatively short one today. We've made a small amount of progress, just trying to get back into the groove of things. The last few days have been, as I mentioned, quite higgledy-piggledy with lack of motivation to keep moving with things after doing a huge amount of work. So we had a few days of rest, and now obviously Elizabeth's ill at the moment, so she was an absolute champion for helping me with that. While she's not been well. But we will be getting back into the swing of things. We will be continuing to keep moving. I think we're probably going to be starting back on Operation Plastering in the next couple of days, i.e. starting on this room and then redoing that back wall as well. So stay tuned for that one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy hunting, and we will see you all in tomorrow's vlog.